New year, new wages. Denver's minimum wage in 2023 is $17.29 per hour.
It's imperative that we continue to work with the business community to educate about the city's wages so that workers can get paid their legal wage as quickly as possible.
The minimum wage rate increased in 2023, meaning more workers than ever are protected by Denver's wage ordinances.
Every year, Denver's minimum wage rate increases on the first of the year based on the mandatory calculation from the city's Department of Finance. The annual change is based on the Consumer Price Index, and according to state law, the minimum wage can only increase once a year on January 1st. As we start a new year with a new minimum wage rate, we wanted to answer some frequently asked questions.
According to the ordinance, our team can open a minimum wage investigation based on a complaint from anyone: workers, friends, family, community groups, or an anonymous tip. We are also able to start proactive investigations of businesses and industries based on data, trends, and patterns.
Denver's wage ordinances are helping my team assist workers better than ever before. Legal protections for workers make a difference because they give employers a clear framework and workers have recourse when they are underpaid. We look into 100% of wage complaints, and when we do, we won't just pull a single employee's payroll records. We look at all employees to lessen the risk of retribution in the workplace.
The ordinance protects workers from retaliation, and we do our best to protect the identity of complainants. Additionally, we do not ask about things like immigration status, because Denver's minimum wage applies to all work performed in the city and county, no matter who the worker is.
It's important to us to try to reach businesses early before they make wage mistakes, so we can educate them how to stay in compliance with the law. That includes paying at least the minimum wage rate unless the company is in the food and beverage industry.
In that case, employers can claim up to $3.02 per hour in tip credits, but only if they can show documentation that their employees received at least that amount in actual tips. We offer a tips tracker printout on our website to help both workers and employers keep track of the tips received. Additionally, employers need to keep all payroll records for current and former employees for 3 years.
The minimum wage applies to all work performed in Denver, regardless of where the employer's main offices are. We offer an address finder tool on our website, or employers can check their tax records to see if they are paying Denver's occupational privilege tax. That's a good indicator that minimum wage should apply.
In 2022, we investigated 81 minimum wage cases. 21 of the complaints came directly from the employee, 8 came from third parties, and 3 were anonymous. 49 were started through our active enforcement program.
The total amount of restitution recovered under the minimum wage ordinance alone was more than $440,000, and our office's total restitution amount for the year, including the prevailing wage, was more than $1.1 million.
These kind of results matter to people who earned the wages but were not paid according to the law.
Our goal is to encourage cooperation from employers, and they often raise wages quickly once we inform them of underpayments. We know underpayments are most commonly the result of honest mistakes and not intentional wrongdoing. However, ordinance does set a fine structure that allows us to discourage intentional underpayments, refusal to pay restitution, or repeat offenders.
Some of the most common industries where we see underpayments include national brand companies, restaurants, home care services, salons, valet parking companies, as well as businesses along the border of the city and county.
Denver Labor's goal is to protect Denver's employers and employees and ensure everyone is paid according to the law. Some cases involve hundreds of workers and thousands of dollars. Others involve just one employee and a much smaller dollar amount. Every case matters to our team. Well, that's it for this episode of Ask the Auditor. If you have a question, submit it to auditor@denvergov.org, and maybe your question will be the next question we answer on the next episode of Ask the Auditor.